ain't doing no intro. What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast, man. I'm sitting here straightening up my office and my man cave, trying to get everything together. How y'all doing today, man? I got my big cuz, got Sambo back on the podcast. Everybody say hello, hello to Sambo.
It ain't my fault.
Sambo Jenkins.
It ain't my fault.
Man, now it's good to have y'all back on here, man. Today it's kind of like, I don't know, it can go two ways. It just depends on us, I guess. This episode is called The Game Plan. It's basically we're gonna talk about, sports and mental health and and how they relate and just the game within the game or the game behind the game, or however you want to think about it. Because us as former athletes, having played sports and probably not just one sport, but many sports and, almost excelling or whatever the case may be. What I really want us to do is like speak from a personal standpoint on like how we dealt with things, like the different expectations and, the silent struggles, life after sports and stuff like that. But before we get into that, man, I'm gonna do a top five. But no, before I do my top five, go ahead, Sambo. Tell us about your absence, Sambo. Tell me how's
Where
your
you
week?
been, Sambo?
Been at home. It's time we show up Monday morning on the yard and get a podcast. Yeah. I did it with so. Like, you ain't call your brother.
You sound just
You
like
ain't,
Charleston White.
yeah. I did it with so and so. I did it with so. Like, you ain't call your brother. Oh, no, man. It was good. It was good.
My fault. My fault. Well, I called him this time. See, I got a new thing I gotta do. Cause when I come up with topics, I'ma just go ahead, text him out, see who I can get on, see who I can't get on, and this, that, and other. But
Okay.
I really wanted Sambo on here because the game of the game of football in so many ways, besides the hurricane and stuff like that. That's how me and Sam met. Our football lockers was right next to each other when I came to Houston.
Literally.
Yeah, literally right next to each other. So and then I had to get my cousin on here. He posting videos on Facebook and him you know, pause if needed, jaying it in people's faces and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, stuff
man.
like this. Cuz still performing at a high level. You know what I'm saying?
You got to keep with
Oh,
it so you don't lose it.
huh?
You got to keep with it so you never lose it,
Nah,
man.
for real.
You got to
We
stay
need
at it.
and we need to start doing that turkey bowl again, man. Cause I feel like I done lost it. I'm gonna get out there. I'm only good for one
Hey,
plate
man.
a series. I go in like,
Out, bro.
But how's your week though, Sam? He left me towards the end of it. He ain't missed
Oh,
nothing.
it was good. Same old, same old. Just, to be honest, ready to get the holidays over with.
Ain't that the truth? What about you, dude?
Week was good, man. Working. I got this business venture I'm starting off. You know what I mean? So I've been out pounding the pavement with that.
Okay.
Did
Are
a
you
little
able to
Christmas
speak
shop.
on it yet?
Yeah. I could definitely speak on it, man. Starting a trash valet business for apartment complexes out here in town. Houses and senior citizen homes and stuff like that. Already been passing out flyers, giving out estimates. So just waiting on some callbacks, man. But hopefully the ball get rolling.
For sure, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Cuzzo starting this
That's big.
appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
business venture. I'm sorry, y'all. My soundboard falling on the ground and stuff. I'm trying to get right over here. Nah, but that's a good look, man. Cause after we talked about it, man, I saw a video. For it on YouTube. I said, man, these phones be listening to you.
Yeah, for real, right?
Yeah, I don't know
It's
what you
crazy,
did.
man. I've been watching so many videos on it. My algorithm on YouTube has changed. It's no longer some of the things I usually watch, like, Ocho and Shannon and First
Yeah,
Take and sports stuff. It's all about LLCs and trash valet businesses.
man, mine did the same thing. Mine is just about theme parks and farms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's my new. Well, I don't want to say too much, but that's my
Mhm.
new venture that I'm working on. I'm just trying to figure out the business model and how to and who to, who to do it with. You know what I'm saying? It's I mean, it's gonna happen regardless. That's coming. I probably done spoke about it. It started as like a 1 acre project, then it turned into a family compound. Now it's, probably in the near future it's gonna be a family farm. So we working on that sooner or later. If it went from mental game kennels to mental game meat and produce or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We got all kind of stuff cooking over here.
You can
But
never go wrong with things that's always needed. That's for sure.
everybody gotta eat. Gotta eat.
Dang, that's a part of the farm you need to lead to for the kennels.
What?
The barn for the kennels.
Yeah. I got that in works too. I'ma just buy them, man. I done seen some nice kennels out here on Facebook, like being advertised and stuff.
Yeah.
I done seen I mean, it's like the dog's house, and there's this dude that comes out and builds them, man. He had solar power, like a solar panel in the back of it, lights all around. The dog had a porch with a light, and on the inside he had built it right next to the people's house, to where he was able to run I think it was 220 for those electricians out there. I could correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 240. He ran his own individual dedicated line into the doghouse for an AC unit and a heater that you could operate from outside of the doghouse, which is crazy. I said, man, they getting super advanced with these doggone deals. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm
Yeah.
still old fashioned. I just bring my animals inside when it get cold. I don't do all that. Or if it get too hot, I put a fan out there for 'em and all that good stuff. All right, we're gonna move on to that. Remember, I told you when we start this new format.
Hold on, before you go further, cuz my
What's up,
bad.
Cuzzo?
Let me throw a shameless plug out there. The company is Dumpster Dashes. Anyone that's going to be listening in Florida, get that information out to your local apartment complex, Dumpster Dashes LLC. Check out for us in the coming year.
Dumpster dash.
Dumpster
Dumpster
bag.
Dashes, man. You
Dumpster
trash it, we
dash.
dash
I'm sorry,
it.
cousin. Look, I
That's
laughed
the
the first
slogan,
time you
for real.
told
That's
me that.
really the slogan, though.
Man, that's kind of big because I know my apartments, they charge like 23 with the rent.
Oh yeah, most times it's already included in your rent.
Uh-huh.
It's really the only amenity that a complex offer that they get paid off of. They don't generate any revenue from the tennis court or a basketball court or a pool or the gym. The only amenity they generate revenue from is trash valet. Yep.
Man, I
But
need
go
to change.
ahead, cuz. What you say
No,
about your top five?
no. I'm just thinking of that, man. I'm going back to them YouTube videos again, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all want the information, y'all know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Dumpster Dash. Where can they find you?
We're working on a website right now. Also working on a social media page. Probably gonna get that up and running in the next couple of days.
Well,
Yeah,
as soon as you get it, cuz send it to me. I'm gonna shout you out and post you up.
will do. Appreciate that.
Anybody in the Florida area? You know what I'm saying? When I go to Disney World, I'm like, where you stay at? You local? You live here? Hey, you live in an apartment? Yeah, you contact these people right here.
Yeah.
But I got you. Cuzzo. But all right, top five, man. Top five. Since
Get it.
this episode is called The Game Plan, where we talking about sports and mental health, I thought it was only fitting. All three of us, what we got in common is football. Now, I done had conversations with a lot of people, and it might be different for Saints fans. It might be the same for Saints fans. But there was a point in time where people go like, man, back in the day, I used to like this team. Back in the day, I used to like this team. I had a whole handful of host of teams.
Hmm.
All right, I already know what your number one is gonna be. All two of y'all. If that's the thing. I already know what your number one team is gonna be.
Oh, shit.
But I want your top five, and this ain't power rankings. It's not a power ranking. It's just your top five teams, NFL football team. And Sam, Cowboys does not count.
Sam, you
What
a
you mean?
Cowboys fan?
Yeah, Sam a
Yeah.
Cowboys fan.
Man, sorry
He
to hear
from
that.
Dallas.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, y'all Cowboys fans something else, yeah.
See, even Cuzzo know all the way out y'all all the way out there in Florida bothering people, Sam.
They do every
Man,
damn well. They
That's
like
why we
Man,
roaches.
America's
They
team.
everywhere.
That's why we America's team.
nah, but I'm gonna let you go first, Sam. Give me your top five. This is just personal preference. Your top five teams that you like. You know what I'm saying? I already know everybody in your division is gonna be at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
God code, Jay.
Huh?
This is against God code.
I mean, you don't have to be a fan, just the teams that you like. I mean,
Like
because I know
squads
everybody.
or all
I know
overall.
everybody engaged in conversation. Like, you know what, man? I probably never say this, but like, man, you know what, man? Them Jaguars, man, they got something this year, man. I like them. You know what I'm saying? Not power ranking, but just
Just
overall,
all
like,
just
if your franchise shut down, man, and you have four other franchises to go after, who are those franchises? Don't be modest over there.
I would say the 49ers.
Okay, 49ers. That's number two. That's a good number two. All right, number three.
Number three, Kansas City. Because you know I
Okay.
was a big Priest Holmes fan.
Hey man, you one of the people that hop mega churches, man. What's wrong with you, man? Golly, son. All right. Number three. All right. Who's number four?
Uh, Carolina.
Ah,
I go
okay.
Carolina.
All
I
right.
like Carolina when they came on the scene.
Okay. So Cowboys, 49ers, KC, Carolina. Who's number five?
It's against God code.
Come on, man. Come on. I told you if your franchise shut down, bruh, four other teams.
I would have to go with the next closest franchise to the Cowboys, and that'd be the Patriots.
Okay. I thought my heart dropped. I said, he's finna say what I think he said.
Boy, I wish I
Boy,
would.
I wish you boss for the say, boss for man, son. Hey, you know people from work watch this, bro. You gonna hear
I wish
it.
I would.
You was gonna hear it when you walked in there.
They
Renee,
worse than Cowboys fans.
plant manager, gonna meet him at the door. So, I heard you're a big fan,
But shit, they worse than Cowboys fans.
man. All right, dude. You up next, Abdul. What's up, man? Top
All right,
five.
so some of the teams I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna choose them based on the players that they had at that time. Back in
Okay.
high school, I wore number 81. I was a big T.O. fan. I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers when T.O. was there with Jeff Garcia.
Okay.
That's why I picked 49ers. They got a bunch of legends, man.
Yeah, for me.
T.O., Jerry Rice.
Next, I'm gonna have to go with. I like Baltimore. I like them now, but I also like them doing Ed Reed, Ray Lewis days. You know, some people get tired of people winning. You know, it's like Golden State. People hate on them because they win a lot.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go with the Golden State of the NFL. I'm gonna go Kansas City. I'm gonna go Kansas City.
Man, y'all copied each other lists over there, son.
Hey man, you can't go wrong with my homeboy,
Man, you
man.
can't go home.
Can't go wrong with my homeboy. How many that is?
That's four.
There's
No, that's
four.
three. You
Oh,
said
there's three.
49ers. You said Kansas City, and you said
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay, that's three.
Let me see. Damn sure ain't nobody in our division. You know who I'm gonna have to go with? Because I'm picking a lot of teams, some of them close to home because they had hometown people on there. You know, like Ed Reed being from New Orleans. I'm gonna have to go with the greatest show on turf. I'm gonna have to go with Marshall Faulk and the Rams, man.
Okay, all
Them
right,
boys are something serious.
okay.
Yeah.
And we all know who your number one is.
Oh yeah, yeah. You see it. Shit. Do I need to put it in the camera?
Got a little dirt on that sweater there.
Boy, I swear, boy, a lie don't care who tell it, Sam. A lie don't care who tell it.
Oh man. Okay, for me. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all kind of ripped up my list a little bit, man. You know,
Okay.
of course, number one, I'm gonna say the Saints. Number two, I say the Ravens. Number three is the Panthers. Number four, look, ask my big brother, man. Look at I like the Panthers, man. Look, I tell you why. I tell you why, man.
Okay.
Sam Note, one of my favorite quarterbacks is Cam.
Okay. I can respect that. Can't go
You know
wrong
what
with
I'm
a black quarterback.
saying? Yeah, naturally, man, I gravitate towards the Panthers.
Okay.
The Steelers, and that's because of Rudy. Rudy used to always play with the Steelers. Rudy had the trouble towel, and like he was just a Steelers fan. You saw him when he was on the podcast the other day. He talked about since you got that old goofy ass kitten up there in your background here, and he hung his Steelers hooded up, and I was like, dude, here, the
Yeah,
most
nah.
Rudy don't even. I don't think he even. Nah, never mind. He's a big sports bet person, so he definitely watches sports. Okay, so the Steelers, and my last team on my list is, of course, the St. Louis Rams. You know what I'm saying? So, the greatest show on turf. Because
For
I was a
sure.
big fan of Marshall Falk, with Marshall Falk being from the home, from the home state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, quite naturally, when my dad told me that, I was all in for Marshall Falk. And
Carver legend.
yeah, absolutely. So that's my top 5. Anybody out there that's watching the podcast, man, if you got a top five NFL football teams, man, let us know in the comments. Drop them in the comments. Let us know. We won't see your top 5s, man. We won't see who you got, how your list differs from ours. You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna clown you in the comments if your list sucks. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. You feel me? Now, all right, we gonna get into our topic. Man, I got screaming babies in the house. I hear them. Y'all probably don't, but I hear them. That's why
Oh, you hear mine?
yeah.
I hear
Now she
somebody
ain't
frying
screaming
some
like this
chicken
one
over there or
screaming.
something.
He throwing down over there, and she
It's
fussing
old,
at him.
my
She like
mom.
she up in there like that chicken ain't done yet. God dang, man, you cook
Nah,
slow,
she
man.
crying.
Hey,
The bottle on the
He
floor.
like grandma. She like grandma would never. I'm telling you.
You know what I'm
And she got a cane.
saying?
You hear? You hear? Hurry up with that chicken. Now, what you cooking, bro? Before we get deep into this topic,
Chicken and rice?
chicken and rice.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we got some gravy too.
Nah, no gravy.
No gravy.
The Puerto Rican style rice. Yeah.
Got you. That long grain rice.
The yellow rice, whatever.
Yeah. I got you. Abdul, what you cooked today, man? Before we get into this topic, I'm getting in y'all business,
I made me some California medley vegetables and some wings.
man.
I'm trying to stay away from the carbs, man. If I'm being honest, I only cook whole meals when I have Ayana.
Okay.
For the most part, I just try to do vegetables and protein.
See, I'm a snacking person myself. I do a lot of snacking, mainly because now since I drive trucks, I've always been like a snacking type of person, man. I just like, but what we had, my daughter kind of did. She's the one that she likes to cook, so she's the one that kind of does, like, she kind of butts her mama out the way to do most of the cooking. So
Oh,
she
little
did like,
cuz be cooking?
yeah,
He
man.
is the cook of the
Man,
house.
that's good, man.
She pretty much she butt everybody out the way. Like her mama take out some stuff to cook, but really she be hungry. Like that child there, man. Like, she like I'd be like, that's a growing boy. Like that's a growing girl. She
Listen, man.
always like, look, I hear the doorbell ring. Now that she know how to use money and she got a Cash App card and all that stuff. And her number one request thing for Christmas, birthdays is money. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She, I got a Cash App, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm sitting here playing the game, and I hear the doorbell ring. Ding dong. What the hell? Who coming through this time of night? It's like 10 o'clock at night. DoorDash, DoDash, like grandma called it, DoDash. But
Yeah, you're going to see this podcast. When your cousin get out here, she's going to have to show you some things. We need to get Ayana ass in the kitchen.
okay, tenfold. Look, hey, she will.
Yeah,
She
man.
will. And look, like, and now she's at the age you ain't gotta tell her nothing.
Mm.
You ain't gotta tell her nothing. You just like tell her what she cooking. Just let her go for it, man. I remember when I bought that. It's like an air fryer oven.
Uh-huh.
That's the one I was telling you about, saying it doubles as a dehydrator.
Uh-huh.
Man, when I first bought that thing, man, you talking about seasoning some chicken and oh man, baked fried chicken was different in this household. Do you hear me? Boy, the dogs were so happy when they got them leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Them few little pieces of chicken, they be like, oh, we've been waiting for this. We knew y'all wasn't
In
gonna
heaven.
finish that shit. But dang, everybody, pretty much everybody, chicken, like, well, not chicken and rice. Everybody like chicken and chicken and vegetables for Abdul, and me and Sam, chicken and rice. Chicken, but I think chicken, rice, and
I
gravy.
probably got about 4 or 5 meats that I eat. Well, not meats, but protein.
What you got? What is it?
Shit, I eat chicken, ribeyes,
Uh-huh.
or steak,
Of course. Got
salmon,
I got you.
and lamb. Lamb shoulder
Lamb.
or lamb chops.
Now, how you cook your lamb?
For the most part, man, I either put it in my oven or I put it on my grill outside.
Okay. That's how I like. Mainly what I say when people ask me how I like my lamb chop, I be like, however Texas Roadhouse cook it. That's how I like it. Not for real.
I never had it from there. I gotta try them out.
Nah, Texas Roadhouse, like we went there for my brother's birthday and
Okay.
I don't know if they was doing a special or I think the host, cause we had a big party and they was kind of like, I guess they was kind of short-handed, short-staffed.
Yeah.
So we had the manager he was like our server or whatever, or our waiter, and he had people coming in and out and helping him out while anytime we go out to eat, we 21 got a table 21 people. So it's a big
We
party.
show is hungry.
So he was just, he was already like, he the manager, guessing he was trying to upsell us on everything. He's like, yeah, our lamb chops are really good. And I'm ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that's what I want that. Yeah, give me that. And a side of this, and a side of this. And yeah, bro, I was sold from here on out. I think my mom cooks them too, but I'm trying to remember how she cooked them, man. I don't want to say it wrong because tomorrow morning I'm probably get slapped. So I ain't gonna say it wrong.
Yeah, I'm not.
She gonna be listening to me edit the podcast at her house. So I don't want to get slapped for saying the wrong thing. So yeah, that's how I like my lamb chop. But all right, y'all, let's get into this topic. Because I felt like this was very relatable because we all grew up either watching sports, playing sports, critiquing sports. Me, I watched my dad and my brothers sit there, jump up and down, and damn near break down his couch because of them damn Saints.
Still to this day.
Still to this day, especially
To
this
this
season,
day.
man. Can you imagine my dad jumping? Like, all right, you know how them shotgun houses is in New Orleans, I do. Like,
Why?
you jump up and down, man. You
Explain.
hear that
You
shit all
gotta
the way in the
explain
back.
to the people what a shotgun house is, cuz.
All right, basically a shotgun house, like real. I mean, it's real old. It's real old. It's on bricks, on cinder bricks. Back in the day, usually it's like you have a cohabitant. You know what I'm saying? It's like two houses in one.
The
Out,
duplex.
yeah, but our grandparents they bought the whole damn house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Do you know why they call it a shotgun house?
Why they call it? Because why? I just assumed because it was the two sides. Why they call it a shotgun house though?
Oh no. It's called a shotgun house. So the way a shotgun house is, the front, you know, where we from, we don't call it a living room. What do we
Right.
call it? The front room.
The front room.
Front room.
Right. So you have the living room first, then there's a bedroom,
Huh?
then there's a bathroom, then there's a bedroom, maybe another bedroom, and the last room in the house is the kitchen.
Right.
So the reason they call it a shotgun house is because if you could stand in the front room, you can literally point a gun straight through.
Yeah.
That's why they
From
call it a
back,
shotgun.
that's why I was told. If you can see the front door through the back door, it's a
There you
shotgun
go.
house.
And that's why it's called a shotgun.
I today years old, son.
You for real? You didn't know
I
that?
today years. Nobody ever explained it to me like that. My dad always told me because it's two sides. Like a shotgun got two barrels, got two sides. Now he gonna call me. He gonna call me later on this week after he watched the podcast and say, "You lie. I did tell you that." I was like, "No, you didn't."
Uncle Johnny, you know why it's a shotgun house. You point a gun straight through the whole damn house.
Bruh. And look, I should
You
have
all
known. I
right?
should have known better too. I thought you was gonna say something else, sir. I thought I thought that was gonna be a totally different explanation. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Cut
I
me
was
off
thinking
here. Cut me off here.
something a whole lot more violent. I was like, oh Lord, no, nah, man. But nah. Can you imagine? But when you jump up and down in those houses, man, you literally shake the whole damn house.
Yes, sir.
And the Saints did that to my dad every Sunday,
Mm.
unless they had like I don't know, cause that's why I was like, man, the Saints used to probably play a lot earlier. Cause I promise you, we always be home by the time the game's on. Cause he had us in church and he be sneaking in some kind of way finding out Twitter the game. I don't know, he listening to it on the radio or what.
Yeah, I wish we stayed with y'all then.
Man, bro.
Boy, look here. Back in the day, when me and Malik lived with my aunt. Shout out to my aunt Kenez, my mom's sister. She was in the choir. I don't know if you know this, JJ, but Malik actually played the drums, and I was actually a deacon in the church, like Uncle
Really?
Johnny is.
Huh?
So after my mom's twin brother, my Uncle Claude, he was the pastor actually. And at first, our services used to start at 11. Now, you know, in New Orleans, the game come on at 12 o'clock.
Right.
And then we switched our service to 9 a.m., right? So after church, my auntie used to be doing all this year. Man, me and Malik like, man, can we get home and watch the damn game? We ride in the car. We got to listen to, Jim Henderson. Remember old boy Jim Henderson?
It's the 8:70 a.m. or
Yeah,
something?
7 a.m. He'll get you scared, have you have a heart attack and every damn
Yeah,
thing.
he would, man. Yeah.
How he used to be commentating the damn game. So you just had to visualize what you were saying and
Man.
hurry up and run home and, you know, get in front of that damn TV. My aunt used to be like, y'all boys don't want to do nothing, rushing me and shit. Y'all just want to go home and watch them damn Saints. Yes, ma'am. We sure do. We sure do.
You ain't lying.
One of
You
my
let 'em have to
cousins,
pass out dinners
man,
after church.
he was
Man.
he was like a brother of us.
Mhm.
Shout out Tate. We'll be like, man, can we go with you, man, so we could go watch the game?
For real. Yeah, man. Many a heartaches with them damn things.
I wish I lived in New Orleans during the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Man, that was a time to be around. Like, you
down there?
Nah. Matter of fact, that is crazy because my daughter was born the week of the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, Ayana was born. Oh, okay, yeah.
Speaking from experience, it's pandemonium, bro.
Well, it was crazy.
Speaking from experience, it's pandemonium.
Hey, you cook your chicken, man. We reminiscing over here. Where my niecey Pooh at? Hey, fuss at him. Hey, he taking too long.
Right, he's taking too long with the chicken.
Yeah, he taking too long with the chicken. Tell him turn that chicken.
I remember the parades and everything, man. It used to go down.
But that was like the perfect storm. It was a perfect storm, man. We was this close. We was this close from being twice. This close.
Hold on, Sam. You was a Cowboys fan when they was winning the Super Bowls?
I was a Cowboys fan before I knew about football.
Where?
I'm from Dallas, by the way.
Okay. Oh, so you ain't one of them other fans.
Nah, he ain't a fair weather. He ain't them people you see out there in Florida. Yeah, he ain't one of them, Rodney. Did I say that out loud?
You know what, bro? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because I know Malika called me out on this if he was on the show today. I was a Cowboys fan. But wait, JJ. Honest with you. So this how it was. I was a Cowboys fan from probably age 5 to 8. I didn't understand football really at the time of me being a Cowboys fan. I just liked the damn star and the helmet. You know? But shout out my brother Kendall, man. My brother Kendall is the one that turned me and Malik into Saints fans. Cause like, man, my brother Kendall was a Cowboys fan. Oh my God, since Mario Bates, Jim Everett. He's only 3 years older than me, man. But when the Saints used to lose, boy, man, my brother used to cry and shit. And it just, all of a sudden, by the time I was probably about 9 years old, that's when we really became Saints fans.
Yeah, everybody was Cowboys fans back then.
It was a nice uniform, Sam. Don't get beside yourself.
But you had Jimmy, you had deep, especially when Dion came over, it was over with.
Oh, yeah, you ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about
with Emmett, with Michael, you couldn't do nothing but love the Cowboys.
Nah.
Hey man, I just realized on Riverside, man, they let you add a clip marker. Like if there's I feel like Tony Baker right now. Clip this.
He sounded just like that boy.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah, he's funny.
Nah, but all right, man. Hold on. We be talking about this shit all night. It has to be a part 1, part 2, and part 3.
Right.
But on this show that we call the Game Plan, man. It's you know what I'm saying, we want to let me see. We want to kind of delve into the relationship between sports and mental
It's
health.
hot,
Yes, baby.
mama.
I told him hurry up with that chicken. I told him hurry up with that chicken. I told him. You heard me. You heard me tell him how I'm doing. You heard me tell
Yeah,
him.
baby girl said they don't take this damn long at Popeye.
I'm telling you. Look, she said Popeye's chicken already ready. She said I could with the grandma house for all this. She cooked faster with a cane. No, man. But okay, first we're gonna talk about and kind of like don't talk about your team, kind of like personal experience because we always athletes that played professional sports, and we want to talk about first what Jaslyn, what she screaming for?
Because I'm blowing her chicken. She
She
good
good.
now.
Where her? Show her on. Show her. Let the people see on. Look at her.
Hey, look
Fat
at she
chef.
precious. Hey, baby
Look,
girl.
the fat chef.
She like, I'm good now. I got my chicken now.
Look
I ain't
like
got no
she
words
look
for
it.
y'all.
Yeah, she
She
good
like
now.
she look like 50 Cent. What you say fuck me for? She like, what you put the camera on me for? I ain't doing nothing but eat. Shoot, she like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
You
Said
know?
it's it's three prerequisites. Or did I say that right? Three prerequisites as a child. Eat, shit, sleep.
There you go.
And right now I'm eating, Daddy. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Now, all right, but first I want to talk about the weight of expectations and the silent struggle when it comes to sports and mental health. You know what I'm saying? Want to talk about the pressure that athletes face from like coaches, fans, and ultimately themselves. You know what I'm saying? When dealing with just the expectations of being great, being good, and stuff like that. Sam, you go ahead, go first. Well, Abdul, you go first. Sam over there stuff in the day.
So I'm sorry. So as far as what again now?
As far as like talk about the pressure that as as athletes or as an athlete or the pressure or somebody that might have dealt with it personally, like that the pressure that athletes face from coaches, from fans, or ultimately they self, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to just being an athlete.
I think the greater the player, the greater the expectations, right? So it really starts when you're young, man. Like when you're young and you play in the inner city and you play like in places where we from,
Mm-hmm.
you play for the people that are gambling on you. So what I
Right.
mean when I say that, like, I played basketball, I played football. When you playing sports, sometimes you have people showing up to the game letting you know, like, yo, man, nigga, I got money on you. Like, don't fuck this up. I need y'all boys to do boom, 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 boom. So
Mm-hmm.
then you have that pressure on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the pressure on you from your peers. You have the pressure on you from your family. If you someone that they see what they call potential in,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you have all that pressure on you, man. So I think when an athlete gets older and older, the pressure only intensifies.
Yeah.
Because now from a high school level, you have that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
From a college level, now you playing on Saturdays for the opportunity to play on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing football, right? You have that pressure. You have with college, you have pressure from the boosters. You have people slipping you money. Now, thankfully nowadays they have the in which they didn't have, in yesteryear. But it's so much pressure, man. You have to really compartmentalize all of that and go out there and perform. And to be honest with you, bro, you could look at that on any level, from an athlete, from an entertainer, in everyday walk of life. So I honestly think that you gotta have a strong mental game
Mm-hmm.
about yourself to be able to deal with that, so you don't succumb to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, pressure busts pipes.
Oh,
So
yes.
my boy Steven Jackson stat on All the Smoke. He and I actually DM each other a little bit sometimes. I don't know him personally, but we just one day I reached out to him about something that we have back and forth ever so often, and he has a quote that he like to say sometimes. He said, I make love to pressure. You feel me? So like you got if
I
you
wasn't
got to
ready for
have
it.
that
Sorry,
certain
cuz
kind
I
of
wasn't ready
mentality,
for it.
man. Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, man. You gotta be able to embrace it, bro.
Right,
You
right.
got you gotta be comfortable being in an uncomfortable situation. And like they say, only the cream rises to the top. So I think again, the greater the player, the greater the expectation, and that's how they have to deal with that.
Okay, absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. And I have a saying that I always say. Yeah, I mean, it ain't making love to pressure or anything like that, but I got a saying that I always say, man. No matter what, just keep moving forward.
Excuse me.
And Sam knows how our situation went with us being, kind of coming out of situations and trying to insert ourselves into new situations. And I'm talking about playing football. But it was tougher for me because I was already kind of undersized. But it was tougher for me, and just the sheer pressure when I was playing just to prove myself was everything, to me. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like, I always had a chip on my shoulder because I was always undersized. I was always doubted and things of that sort. And, I was dealing with a whole bunch of other stuff too, family drama. The storm had just happened.
Yeah.
So, that was the pressure for me when I was playing because that was the highest level I, got to. Because after high school, I messed around a little bit and then I went straight to work. But Sam, what about you, man? Like, what would you say about the pressure that you as an athlete or the pressure that athletes face, from coaches, fans, and their peers, stuff like that, not to themselves?
I'm a piggyback off of what you said as an underlying issue. I know a lot of kids that's not that star athlete
Mm-hmm.
deal with a lot as far as living up to expectation to your peers.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know, like in the locker room, as a lineman, I would say average. If you ain't benching at least 265, you getting talked about. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot. If you a junior still on junior varsity and you ain't made it to varsity yet, you looked at kind of like, oh, you
Yeah.
trash because you still on JV. You know what I'm saying? I feel that in itself is more than when you get to that next level of, okay, you worked yourself to be a starter. That's even more pressure, even like trying to keep that position. You know what I'm saying? Like for playing time, because coach is watching you in case like, and say for instance, if so and so comes back from an injury, you trying to work your ass off and stay at the top level so you can keep this spot.
Mm-hmm.
Even if so and so ain't hurt, you know what I'm saying? You get a little small opportunity of getting in the game at the last 2 minutes. You trying to put up Reggie Bush numbers in the last 2 minutes. You know how it goes. I feel like that's an underlying issue that gets
Another,
overshadowed
yeah, yeah.
in today's society.
Yeah, another underlying issue, man. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it until I came to Texas and saw it for myself. Like, because I like those old football movies. I like the Friday Night Lights. I like the Varsity Blues. You know what I'm saying? And you always see that coach on there, and that coach has his favorites, and he ain't gonna play nobody but the favorites. Me and Sam, we had a real life. we had that experience in real life. You know what I'm saying? We played with, and not all of them. I ain't gonna throw all of them under the bus because a couple of them was pretty solid. And if I would have listened to one, you know what I'm saying, I probably would have went further than what I did. Shout out to Coach Pat. You know what I'm saying? Now he the head coach. He the head coach where now?
Oh.
He's like
The last time I heard, he was at Salt Lake.
yeah, he was at Salt Lakes. But shout out to Coach Patton. If I would have listened to Coach Patton, man, I probably would have went further than what I did. And he told me straight up. And what he told me was, because I was frustrated with, because I wasn't getting much play time. I say that. And he was like, I went to him. I was like, Coach Patton, I think I just want to play defense time. And he was like, how you want to play? No, you want to play defense. Like when I first got to Texas, Coach Patton had approached me with a opportunity to play defense, and I had told him no. And he reminded me of it. He was like, "Nah." He laid out the game plan. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, I told you that. I could have told you that. Over here, you would have been a 3 year starter on." And another play, he pointed out another player, and he wouldn't even been here. He wouldn't even been on the team. And then he was like, he pointed the dude out to me, and what I'm saying that. But I get back to that's another thing that athletes face. What I'm saying, on any level. Coaches have their favorites. What I'm saying? They got their people they want to play, got their people they want to shine, and that's just the way it is. I say that on the other end because when I was playing at Easton, I was one of I had became one of Coach Green's favorites.
Yeah.
I kind of been on both sides of that. You know what I'm saying? Abdul was gone by then.
Yeah, that was one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you something, bro. Like my regret playing at Easton, if I'm being honest with you, is that the time in which I decided to join the football team.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't join the football team until my junior year. This is the year before you came there. I didn't join the team until my junior year. I wish I hadn't joined the team when I was a freshman. When I was a freshman, it was all basketball for me. So I was on the basketball team, and then my aunt didn't allow me to play any longer on the basketball team. I didn't do anything my sophomore year, so my junior year is when I decided to join the football team. And and you can speak from this experience, JJ, because Sam, bro, he's from Texas, and he understands how big the sport of football is in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But you and I both know that back at that time, don't get me wrong, football is a big thing in Louisiana overall,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't get the recruitment in New Orleans back then like they do now. We didn't have the type of coaches that Easton have now. We didn't have any of that. Our coaches was our teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Our head coach right now, Sambo, is a principal. He's not a coach. He's actually a principal right now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And we was really more dedicated. Shout out to my boy Benoit. We went to high school and elementary together. I call that nigga Jerome Bettis. That's who he looked like to me. You know Benoit, JJ?
Yeah, I know Ben.
Yeah, man. Me and Benoit went to elementary, went to Lafayette
That's
together.
why I'm laughing because that's what I used to call him.
Yeah, man. I still
Little
to this day
Jerome
I call
Bettis.
his ass Bettis.
Nah, bro, that's all right. Look, quick story, man. Quick
Go
story,
ahead,
man.
go ahead.
Do you know that's who we had to? That's who we would. Coach Green used to threaten us with that dude, man. Every time I be in there talking to him, like, yeah, that's what you gonna look like your senior year. He was talking about putting us on that meal plan and all that. I said,
Listen, man, our offense was at that time. Our offense we didn't really have a passing offense like that. And Warren was a good quarterback. Now I'm not taking anything away from him, but we was a more run dominant team. Damn, she ain't playing. She ain't playing. She ate that chicken like a Dominican. God, well, she ain't playing. She tore that chicken out the frame. Sambo want us to see how good his food is.
My baby just go hard, bro.
my God,
She's
man,
a
Ain't
foodie.
out the chicken but the beef.
done with y'all, son.
But yeah, man. But our team was more geared around the running game with Benoit and with Ryan Jackson. He was that nigga was good too for a big dude, man. He could catch, he could run. So we was more geared around that. You know what I mean? So the wide receivers, we didn't really get the opportunity. But I really feel in my heart of hearts that because again, we can speak from regrets of it too. You know what I mean? Because we all feel like we left something out there on the field. Now, when I joined the football team, could I have been more dedicated to show what it is I can do? Yeah, for sure. Because part of the reason why I joined it was just a popular thing to do. I know how to play football. People called me out thinking I was scared of that contact. I ain't scared of nothing. So I joined the football team. You feel me? And to this day, bro, I ain't trying to, be braggadocious, but I got hands. I still play adult flag football league. Like, I'm still active with it. You know what I mean? I'm just not in it from the physical standpoint of it. But if I could go back, I probably would have joined the football team my freshman year.
Man, I could. That was gonna
She
be.
wanted another piece of chicken.
Yeah, you
She thirsty now.
better come on. You better come on with it. Nah, but I always say that, and I'm like you, but just speaking from now at this point in my life, speaking from a situation of regret. I think, and I told this to Sam, like I was like, man, if I can go back and do it all over again, I would have I would have definitely worked harder. But I know, I was young. I was literally going through things at the time.
I went to another school.
I would have went to another school too. I definitely.
Granted, too, at the same time, we was a top team in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, to win it all.
Mm-hmm. We were two games from the two games from state.
Yeah, we was 2 games away from state.
2 games from state. So yeah, I mean, certain things held me there because my mom, she tried to change me to school, but I just wanted to go back.
Hmm.
I wanted to go
I
back.
don't know, man, and I just feel like sometimes, like, damn, man, we was born at the wrong time because in Easton now and the way the football program is now, like them boys are solid, man. Them
Yeah,
boys are solid.
yeah.
I don't know if you
They got
keep
a
up
lot
with
more
them, JJ, but
resources
them
than
boys
we.
have been solid for years.
They got a lot more resources now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A lot
Exactly.
more resources. I mean, I
And
talk
JJ,
about
you can speak to this, bro. Like Malik always told me about this, how the experience was just different coming from New Orleans football to going to Texas, where you have a weight program, you have a nutrition program, you have all these different resources that we didn't have at Easton. We didn't have most schools out here in Florida, they got their own football field in New Orleans, nigga. We all share the same.
That blew
We all
my
play in the same
mind.
field.
That blew my mind. When Jay told me y'all
I
walked to
told him we had to
the
walk.
nearest city park,
Yes,
I
we
was
had
like,
to walk
what?
through the hood to get to our practice field. Now, Sambo, their
Right next.
practice field is right
I
next
showed
to
it
the
to him.
school.
I showed it to him when we was down there.
Yeah, but man, we
Right next to
had to walk all through the hood to get
Nah,
to
for
our
real.
practice field.
You hear the click clack and the cleats the whole way there.
They can get hot and tired before they even get to practice.
Telling you. Heck
Jesus.
yeah.
And for the game, Sambo, every school in our district, every school in all these parishes, we either played at this stadium called Pan Am, which nobody loved to play there because that fucking field will fuck you up. Or we played at this stadium called Tag Garment.
Which is Reggie Bush Field now.
Yeah.
That was where everybody wanted to play. That was when it was going down.
But yeah, you got excited when you had a game there.
Yeah.
So I always say this and joke around them. I guess this was one of the things Katrina blessed y'all with, man. We
Oh
blessed the
yeah,
city back with.
yeah, for sure. Katrina should have happened a year before though. Katrina, Katrina, Katrina happened a couple months after I graduated.
Man.
So everybody else, class of 06, 07, with JJ being class of 08, they all got to experience something totally different from what we experienced.
We did. Look,
I'm sure it was eye opening, huh, cuz?
it was definitely eye opening, man. When I just walking into the okay, I'm gonna get off. We getting off topic. Just walking to the
We good.
school in Texas, period, man.
Like
Was
a college.
crazy. I showed Sam, Sam, I thought that was a prison. To make it even worse, look,
Bruh.
to make it even worse, I took my wife down there, and she said the same thing. I was
They
like,
all say that, bro.
I was
man,
looking
my
for
school.
Samuel L. Jackson to come out with the microphone.
Sambo said he was looking for Joe Clark.
Yeah.
Man, son,
Some
I was like,
Morgan Freeman or somebody.
God,
Hey,
look.
bro.
Hey, we did have a principal. We did have a hard-nosed principal like that.
I love that man, bro.
I did too.
I love Mr.
Look,
Ed.
he
Govern
was the
yourself
epitome
accordingly.
a firm but fair. He was
Yes,
the
sir.
epitome of firm but
And
fair.
he loved me, man. I don't know what it was he took a liking into, but man, me and Mr. Ed was like that, man. I love that man.
He
He
probably
damn
knew,
sure
he
he
probably
damn
knew your
sure taught
uncle.
us how to be accountable.
He probably knew your uncle. 'Cause
Yeah.
he knew all he knew
Well, he knew my aunt. You know, my
okay.
aunt was a teacher for so many years on
Okay,
my mom's
okay.
side, the one that raised her, the one
Yeah.
that raised me, Malik and I.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was a teacher for about 35, almost 40 years. So yeah, Mr. Ed, and he didn't play.
No.
Sambo,
I was telling
you
I was
you
telling
heard them
Sam about Mr.
keys and
Ed
saw
the
that
other
hat.
day.
You
Man, look.
you got your shit together quick, fast, in a hurry.
Mr. Ed,
You
look.
got wherever you needed to be.
Yeah.
You saw Mr.
How can the gangsters bow down to Mr. Ed?
Yeah.
We had a dude, I think his name was Chuck, man.
Hmm.
Black Chuck. And Mr. Ed, Mr. Ed was short than a motherfucker.
Right.
And he was sitting there like amongst other kids talking to him. These kids was like towering over him a little bit so nobody could see him. Boy, Chuck said something, bitch. And all of a sudden, the kids parted like the Red Sea. Bitch,
Mm.
I'll show you a bitch. Get your ass up there to my office. Is that another like, God damn, Mr. Ed.
Sambo, this man, he had no regard for how you felt. He will embarrass the hell out of you and be loud with it too.
Yes, he
Why
would.
you out here with your shirt out your pants?
Man,
What's your idea? Like this man
man.
was something serious.
Yeah, he will dress you up real quick. And he wasn't
But
scared of nobody.
everybody loved him. That's the crazy thing.
He did. Yeah, he mad
Yeah.
respect. They had mad respect for Mr. Ed. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
And that's funny that you said that though, Sam, because we did have a principal like that. Mr. Govern yourself accordingly.
Govern yourselves accordingly. And my class was the last class that he had because he unfortunately passed away after that.
Oh man.
That's why I say rest in peace, Mr. Ed, man.
We love some Mr. Ed.
Yeah, he give you a fair shot.
Yeah.
He knew my past. He knew my past and my dad's.
That's crazy, man. And he never knew we were family, so
Nah,
that would have been crazy for him to know that.
look, I would have really had some love going on. Really had like, yeah,
Real talk.
like, yeah, I know you love my cousin. Do you know what to do? Nah,
Well,
but
one thing about Mr. Ed, so you know at Easton, I know we getting off topic, man, but at Easton, at Sambo, you know how school have dances, bro? Like we didn't have regular dances. Like Easton was on another level with shit. The only kind of dances we had was dress up dances. I'm lying, JJ. Like you had you were suited and booted. And
Like
like
all the way
this
formal.
man used to look
homecoming.
forward to me coming to them damn dances to see, and he'll be bucking my head up at the entrance. You heard me? Like, I see you, bitch. I see you, bitch.
What we had, I remember one. We was like, it was like a free dress dance. It was like
I
at the
can't
beginning.
remember one, bro. I'm gonna tell you, and well, obviously you wasn't there. My freshman year in
Mhm.
2001, back to school dance was the only time in my
Yeah,
4
that's it.
years there that we had a dress down dance. Everything was homecoming, suited and booted, sweetheart ball, proms, and me being in ROTC, the ROTC ball, you suited and booted too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's he doing over there?
And y'all wore uniforms also too.
Yeah, man. We wore uniforms. We Yeah, they didn't play that, man. I don't even know what it's like to wear regular clothes to school. I don't even
Hey,
think we
look,
could have survived the way they
man,
rip your ass.
Yeah, I never had to wear uniforms in all my years.
But it was the norm for us though.
yeah,
We
nah,
didn't look at it like, damn, we gotta wear uniforms. Like
man, look,
every school wore uniforms.
my junior year, I was like, bring it back. I'm tired of putting these outfits together. Bring it back. Nah, for real, man. Look,
For real.
it was just simpler times back then, man.
Yeah,
Wearing
man.
uniform.
Only
I
thing
know
we
it
had to
sound
worry
bad,
about
but
is buying some all black G Nikes.
yep,
What they call G Nikes out there?
Forces.
Forces.
yeah, yeah.
That's all we had. We had to wear all black shoes.
I had a pair of G Nikes and a pair of them Team Jordans.
There you go.
That's what I had. Those was my school shoes.
Yeah, I
But
would
yeah,
have preferred uniform, man. I'm gonna spend all my money on school shoes,
man,
man.
that's what I'm saying, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
going
Well,
through that now as a parent.
we had to have some gym shoes. You had to have
Yep,
gym
you had to
shoes.
have all
Yeah,
white
all
gym
white gym
shoes.
shoes. And you had to have your regular uniform shoes.
Yep,
And
and
you
they had
better
to be
guard,
all black. If you had color on them all black shoes, you better put some black tape over that shit
real. Nah, you better
because
guard, and
they
you
did
better
Dang.
not
guard.
play. But Easton was the, we ain't saying this shit just to brag. I mean, they still this to this day. Easton was the cream of the crop in New Orleans when it came to, school system. Like New Orleans is a very failing school system, but not Warren Easton.
Most of that you can attribute that to Mr. E.
Yeah, for sure.
They let me in for two reasons. Coach Green and the math and science program. Since I was in that math and science program at Delgado.
That's what's up.
I'm saying, yeah, I was advanced. I had to go to college. I was Joe College.
So Easton was like the Lamar of like U of H. I mean, like Houston ISD.
Like
No, Easton,
Gotcha.
and again, it's still that, bro. It's still that to this day.
even especially with
You
now.
you have you have a certain standard at Warren Easton, man. You have a certain standard. The only other school that come close to that was the school my brother went to, McDonald 35.
I'm 35.
Yep. You either went to if you went to Easton or 35, they know you had a good head on your shoulder.
Clear cut rivals too.
Oh hell yeah, for
This
sure.
shit talking, boy,
The Eagles versus the Ryan Eagles.
man.
I didn't know what the fuck a Ryan Eagle was. Like, what the fuck is a Ryan Eagle?
That's what I used to always tell him. Look, Stanley be getting on my case, this, that, and the other. And I'll be like, you know what, motherfucker? What the fuck is a Ryan Eagle, huh? Yeah. Yeah, tell that shit. You don't sit here. Nah, that's how you turn the tide of the argument right now. You
Boy, I
argue with the
love
person.
Easton, boy. Love Easton.
Nah, but all right. We gonna go ahead because I'm telling you, we
Soon
be here
can
all
put a
night.
tree down.
We'll be out here. But because we running, what we running at? I think we running at.
How
But okay, we'll end it with this. We'll talk. All right. Let's see. Dang, where's my
stop get the stretch them.
finding balance? Here we go. Finding balance with sports life and mental health and young sports. Like, no, that's not where I'm at. Excuse me, I'm proud. Life after sports. That's where we at. I'm gonna cover this part later. Life after sport. Like, what is how can I say this? Do y'all feel like y'all benefited from the stress, the strain, the struggle of like playing sports? Do you feel like you've learned anything? You feel like you've gotten better playing organized professional sports and being under this like the stress and strain that we go through?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think like when you think of the locker room, right? It's kind of like what you go through in your regular life. Like as far as there's different races, there's different creeds, different backgrounds, and the same thing on in the workforce, right? Sports taught you how to have to, and obviously football. They say football is the ultimate team sport.
Mhm.
And if you have a job where your job duties depend on the success of others
Mhm.
as well to make sure they perform their job at a high level, so you can get paid and things like that. I think it all works hand in hand. For me, sports taught me how to be accountable to a certain degree.
Mhm.
Sports can also teach you to have a certain work ethic. If you're lazy in that, you're probably lazy in your life. You know what I mean? You don't want to be someone you don't want you want to be an asset and not a liability. You don't want to be someone that just get the fucking A on the group project when you ain't do shit.
Right. That's that's how I think about it. Cause like I'm always, how can I say it, man? You know, I can I like being a team player. I like being a part of a team. And what I'm saying, I like participating. I always like, what I'm saying, like I'm not that type of person. I'd had a person come up to me being upset after a game that we won, and I'm upset. And it was like, man, I'm like, man, I didn't play much. Like, what are you mad for? We won. I was like, I didn't contribute to that, so I'm
Right.
upset. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, my main thing in life is, and I kind of struggle with that because I always want to be a contributor to something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
especially in the things that I know are important in my life. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a good contributor, even with stuff that's going on with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like me wanting to start this farm or me wanting to do this business venture that, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
sir.
want to be a good contributor. You know what I'm saying? And not just to my family, like just the world in general. You know what I'm saying? Seeing everybody going through what they going through nowadays with the state that the country's in, you know what I'm saying, post COVID and all the many things that go on, and you see everybody going through stuff mentally, and then I feel like part of a gigantic team, and I just want to contribute. So
I
that's
also
what I.
think that it could bring a certain competitiveness out too. Like for me personally, I'm ultra competitive. So with my business venture, I know there are major companies out there that's already doing their thing. I don't
Mhm,
shy away from competition because I believe in my abilities to go out there and market myself and sell my business and do
mhm,
what I have to do to get on to be able to compete. It's all about for me how am I going to set myself apart from the rest
mhm,
when everyone is doing this. What is it gonna take for Abdul to stand out? You know what I
mhm,
mean? So for me personally, playing sports brought out a certain competitiveness in me. Like, bro, just the other day I was talking to one of my friends and her brother and her son and his friends was going to play basketball. And
mhm.
she's on the phone with me, she's talking mad shit. I'm like, yo, listen, don't get it twisted. I stop what I'm doing right now. I'll go out there and bust ass. Like that's I'm still that nigga. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? So that competitiveness just kick in so fast for me, bro. That's
Absolutely.
why when it comes to sports thing, like on the job, like the tournament I was in, cuz
Uh huh.
that was from my company. And once
Mhm,
I found out that they was doing that, I'm all in.
mhm.
Shit, we hooping? Are we playing football? Man, look here. So I still have that in me, bro.
Huh?
So yeah.
Nah, man. I could. I don't know, man. I be thinking that's a bad thing, man. But I know competition creates creativity.
But
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I was
Mm,
going to touch on
I like that. Go
because
ahead, Sambo.
I feel sports bring out competition the healthy way, like,
saying?
instead of like trying to dog somebody out or stab somebody in the back for certain things in life. I feel sports brings it out the healthy way because you want to earn the right way and not the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
then at the same time, just dealing with life. I don't think me personally, if you don't play sports, you don't know how to deal with adversity. Because sports is gonna teach you adversity. Number one, how to keep going when you're down. Things might change. You never know. We all done with that. Keep going. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything in life that can teach you adversity than sports. Period.
Yeah, I agree. They say the best ability is adaptability.
You definitely gotta adapt because it's always changing, especially in today's game, man. Like I would say this, like just think of how the game of football has changed since we've been watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you when we were watching football, you probably had all of these one-dimensional teams that okay, they good at this, they good at this, they good at this. I mean, it's probably still like that to a certain degree, but just think of how the game of football has changed, and you know what I'm saying. Basketball, look at how the game of basketball has changed. You know what I'm saying? It's more of an offensive game now. You know what I'm saying? Back in the
Yeah,
day, you know what I'm saying? They was known for like more profound defenses. You know what I'm saying? Like the
yeah,
historic defenses, the Ravens, the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? People like that. You know what I'm saying? Now you got high flying teams like Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? The Rams. I know they used to have like a high flying offense back in the day, but you know what I'm saying? Look at today's time.
Can you imagine back in the day we had RPOs and shit like that, boy? Man,
That's a good point, Sam.
I know, right? Boy, these kids are lucky, man. Shit, even as an offensive lineman, bro, I get to pull way out here and block a DB or something, bro. Come on,
Sam running out there like what's that left tackle? Trent Williams. There go that nickel.
bro.
Cam said, "Where the syrup at? I'm about to pancake a few of these niggas out there."
Man, what? Skip the end, go up to the safety. What? You ain't said nothing but a word, coach. Don't block the end. Yeah, don't block the end. Go straight to the safety. What? Is he
Yeah.
crazy?
Nah,
But
man.
yeah,
But one thing I'm thankful for with sports is sports taught me to never give up. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what the circumstances were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I shit, Abdul, you know, search when I man, just thinking about this stuff. Circumstances was dire,
Yeah.
man. It ever changing.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it got better, sometimes it got worse. But one thing that was always there was, you know, the game still had to be played. My teammates for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I know we probably don't talk. We don't talk to a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure if we all were to get together, you'll see that camaraderie probably return.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. You ain't gonna forget it. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
you have long lasting
some of
relationships and friendships with teammates. I mean, look at you two, for example.
yeah, not for real.
You
Even
know?
though some of them are conceited as hell, you know what I'm saying? They highfatuousness. They think they made it and all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
But um, just one this the game just teaches you to never give up and to always, you always got an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And with every day is a new opportunity,
Yes, sir.
and it was just an outlet uh to channel and release whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You take it out
Mhm.
on the field. That's what I was always told, all the way from park ball, all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Take it out on the field. Do what you got to do. Handle your business out on the field. You know what I'm saying? Just a good way to channel that negative, turn that negative energy into positive.
And back then,
yeah.
man, it really taught you how to be tough, JJ. I mean, you know the kind of coaches that we had,
Man,
the shit that they used to do and say to you. Coaches can't do that nowadays. You know what I mean?
oh my
Like
God.
Coach Man, especially Coach Doc. You remember Coach Doc?
Yeah, I remember Coach Dot.
Boy, that man was
Hey,
so funny.
and I call him how I call him, Coach Man Child. That was him and Coach Green. They were my favorite coaches.
Yeah, my favorite coaches, and they wasn't even my position coaches because Coach Doc coached defense
He was DB.
with,
Yeah,
with Kevin and them, and
when
Coach Man really coached the offensive line.
yeah,
But man, Coach Man, that boy, know he was a comedian, man.
and he was. I
Him
couldn't
and Coach Doc.
stand by him, dog. He passed too, man.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Coach Man, man. Another one, Coach Martin. I don't know if you remember Coach Martin.
Yeah, I
He
remember
used to
Coach Martin.
coach at 35 too,
Yeah.
but then he came over there to Eastern. He would put his hands on you quick, fast. You do a dumbass play, take that helmet off, put your head down. He getting that neck. I'm lying? He's snapping the shit out of that neck. Give me some neck.
Nah, cause they should. Look, cuz like, yeah, man, for the
You had
most
to have
part,
some tough skin, boy. You had to have skin
I
like
stayed on their
2
good
hours.
side,
Nah,
bro.
for real, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta understand, we was walking gladiators, man. The student body, bro. Not a lot of people could do what we did.
Mhm.
I see some of the biggest dudes in school, like, bro, why you don't play football? Hell no. Like, no, for real.
Yeah, man. Football coaches was different. I mean,
nah,
even
nah,
our basketball coach at Eastern, Coach McKendall, he was something else too, boy.
man, that dude was funny. That
Yeah,
was a
he was
funny
funny. His
dude.
ass, he'll curse your ass out
That was
quick,
a
fast,
funny
and hurt.
dude, man. He used to cause Robert used to play basketball, and Coach McKendall used to be sitting there talking to Coach Green and what you call it, and he was like, man, who is it? He was like, that's gonna be the starting tailback next. Yeah, all right, when you gonna play basketball? I'm not. I heard about them goddamn suicides y'all be having, motherfucker. Hell nah, I'm not.
I hated them damn
I'm good,
suicides.
man. I'm good with running
6:30
that
in the damn
7 minute
morning.
fucking mile, man. Shit, man. Robert used
That's what made me quit basketball. I played basketball 1 year,
Uh-huh.
seventh grade. On the baseline, I said, "Bro, look, this ain't for me, man. This
to,
ain't for
bruh.
me."
I'm like,
And this was
I've
just
been a motherfucker.
tryouts.
Look,
I made the cut, and I told coach, "No, nah, I'm
bruh,
good."
nah. With that, you know what made me like that that line shit. Like one of you motherfuckers missed the line. One of you
Oh yeah,
motherfuckers missed the
everybody got
line.
a
Me and you,
struggle.
goddamn it. Motherfucker,
Everybody got a
huh?
struggle.
Coach blow that whistle. Somebody missed the line. Who the
Yeah,
fuck did
man.
it? You start looking for who did
That
it.
that that taught you teamwork, man. The
Nah,
good
it
had to suffer
did. It
for the
really
bad.
did. You made sure you palmed that motherfucker in. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the line. Heck
And
yeah.
and if you had coaches like that at some point, leaders on the team stepped up and made
Yeah.
each other accountable at that.
They did. They did. On the football team, man, it was none of that. I remember, but you remember that dude named Freak, right?
Oh yeah, we went to middle school together. He went to Fanning.
Boy, that dude scared the
Yeah,
hell
they
out of
they,
me.
they used to tease my boy Free because I don't know if you know this.
He was a
'Cause
cheerleader.
he was the cheerleader, exactly. We called him Freak. We called him Freak,
Hey,
Sambo,
Nasty.
because he
It's
reminded
damn
us
nasty.
of
You don't
Javon
know Freak.
Curse. Remember the football player Javon Curse? They used to call
Yeah.
him the Freak.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Man, that boy got his ass on that football field. Back then. He was a big dude for a cheerleader. This nigga was muscle bound everywhere,
That's
and
why I
he
said,
and he played
look,
defensive lineman.
you don't know Baby D like I know Baby
You know
D.
what I'm saying? Like free,
Real,
free,
son.
free. He was good people, man. I wonder where he at nowadays,
what
man.
made
Shout
him
out to Free.
chilly though?
I hope he ain't chilly.
I don't know, bruh. I don't know. And he didn't want to
Hold on.
talk.
What was the question? What was the question?
I said, "What made him chilly?"
Oh,
He was a grade behind you.
No sugar in the tank.
You see, hey, look, if you
he'll be the one. He'll be one of the guys that because I think we only had like 2 or 3 guys that was on the cheerleading team. 2 of them were gay, for sure,
Uh,
for sure, for sure. But he wasn't one of them. It was a surprise to everyone when he joined the football team, though. But after that first practice, oh yeah, he belonged. It wasn't no more cheerleading shit. You know what I mean?
look, now Freak was that dude, man.
No, he was.
Freak, it was like, it was two people on defense I would run from,
Who that?
Rock and Freak.
Oh hell yeah. He was a junior when I was a senior. I know exactly what you're talking
And look, it was like, yeah, go heads up with Rock. Fuck you,
about. Right. You wild.
you crazy?
This would be my first and last practice. Here you
Hey,
go, coach. You can take these shoulder
nah,
pads.
try doing that. Try doing that ball carrier drill with Rock on the other side of your offensive line.
Oh, to
Yeah,
Colorado? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm running away from him.
That ain't what you
Look,
want.
I'm back there. Look, they say Hut. I stopped to watch where he go. Okay, where he go
Listen,
throw
man.
him.
There
Where
was
he
a
want to
couple of
throw him? I'm
dudes
going
on,
the other way.
on the team when I was there. You didn't want to really see them boys on defense.
Mm.
It was Cardell. I know you know Cardell. It was my boy Kevin. We went to middle school and high school together. And my best friend, Ian. And that nigga used to try to tear my head off in practice.
Man,
I'm
hold on.
like,
You
damn,
talking
nigga,
about
we
big?
best
Hold on.
friends. We gonna kick it after this. We go everywhere together. You saw him, you saw me. This nigga try to tear my head off.
when the whistle blows, I don't know.
I'm just look. I just ran straight because I was a whole lot faster back then.
Bro.
I used to put the burners on. If I get past, I get past.
Nah, he was come like chip shot people after the play and shit. This is a joker right here. Like, all right, we had pass too. I do.
Hey, look, no,
What?
he ain't telling you what he
Yeah, but
did. Hey, he can't crack me. He can't crack me during the screenplay. They let him play defense one time.
why though? 'Cause
I don't
you
know
was
why.
always do the little chip ass plays after the goddamn play was over with.
He told me to do it.
Junior year, I played left tackle, and then senior year, I just went back to defensive line. I didn't like that offensive line.
He's a true defensive end.
If there's one thing I could have played that I didn't play, it probably would have been DB. Because
That's what
they like to say when you play DB, that means you can't catch. Like nigga, I could catch. Like no, for real, for real. You feel me? Like I think I would have been a good DB for sure.
you definitely would have been a tall one. It'd be like, man,
Damn right.
man, this nigga
6'3" DB. I've been like I would have been Richard Sherman before Richard Sherman.
stretch. That's a stretch DB. We can't throw on him. It
Man,
wouldn't have
man.
been no fun for you, son. They wouldn't have threw you away.
Mm-mm.
The heck no, we can't throw it. They put somebody like him on somebody like Zay Flowers or something like that. But we can't throw on this dude.
Nah, man.
Nah, we gonna go on here, man. Anything y'all want to say before we leave the people, man? They watching us talk about like, man, we done this, that, and other.
Nah, man. Everybody stay blessed. Keep your head up. Keep pounding that pavement. Whatever your goals are, they're reachable. Like I said in that one episode, just set incremental goals for yourself. Take it day by day, and it'll be good, man. This was good for sure.
You got anything?
Happy holidays to everyone,
Oh
man.
yeah, happy holidays.
Go see your people. Take care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
All I gotta say is, man, y'all stay focused. Never be foolish. You know what I'm saying? If you have to anybody out there that's watching, you know what I'm saying, you playing sport, you in high school, you playing sport, you thinking about playing sport, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to do it from personal experience. As far as from a mental health standpoint, speaking from experience, if you somebody that's just going through something, sports was my anchor for the better part of 10 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? If you include park ball and stuff like that. So I just want to encourage everybody that all the youth, and even if like you got something going on like I do in like a football league or something like that, if you're able to get into sports, I advise you do it, even if it's bowling. You know what I'm saying? As far as from a mental standpoint, you know, I feel like sports is an outlet, a positive outlet where you can, you know, channel those negativities and ultimately, you know what I'm saying, for lack of a better phrase or statement, you know what I'm saying, you forget about it for that moment. Focus on something else. And, you know, it's gotten me
Have
through some
fun.
dark times, gotten us all through some dark times, brought a lot of us together. And you know what I'm saying, and it stood the test of time, and I just want to continue to encourage everybody to keep moving forward and you know, lift somebody up. You see somebody lacking, lift them up. You know what I'm saying? I believe the only time we should look down on people is when we lifting them up. So that's all I got, man. But I appreciate y'all answering the call, man, getting on the podcast with me as we talk about the game plan. And many other things that we talked about and reminisced and stuff like that. But this is what it's all about, man. It's all about us getting on here and showing some solidarity and, you know, enacting some positivity. So I appreciate y'all getting on this thing with me. You know what I'm saying? We done heard Jaslyn today and cuss her daddy out in baby language because he's taking too long with the kid.
Don't worry. By the time the podcast come out, we'll censor
Man, she's like beep 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 beep. Why? And she says beep beep beep. Like, man, she really cussing right there. Hey, I ought to throw some beeps in there just cause. But
You
nah.
know what I'm saying?
But man, we love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Just remember getting the comments, man. Let us know your top 5. Let us know what you want to hear about next week. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you might have on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Next week gonna probably be the last episode for the year.
Yeah.
So I want to make it a good one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I haven't come out what we're gonna do yet, but I hope it's a good one. I'm gonna think of something. But all right, man, we out here. Love y'all.
Yeah.